Undisputed.
Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got it.
Finally won a single case of Diet Dew off me because I took a flyer on Derek Carr and he looked like an MVP and almost brought them all the way back. And then he turned into that quarterback that John Gruden's always trying to replace, right?
Guess what? Case by case, I'm going to slowly get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you only lost 4 on Sunday.
I lost 3.
6.
I lost 3 now since I got one back.
You got 1, you lost 4. It all evens out, right, guys? Okay, I promise we'll get to that game. An interesting one. Lightning in the area, a slow start. We will go all into the game, but we have to get to the latest here in the NBA. According to reports, Kyrie Irving could lose more than $15 million this season if he is unable to participate in home games due to his vaccination status. The Nets star has asked for privacy from the media while he deals with this situation. But meanwhile, in Golden State, Andrew Wiggins opened up to the media about his decision to get the vaccine. Wiggins told reporters, quote, the only options were to get vaccinated or not play in the NBA. It was a tough decision. Hopefully it works out in the long run. And in 10 years, I'm still healthy. So, Shannon, what is your reaction to all this right now?
It wasn't a tough decision. It was very clear. Lose 20 million, $20 million, or get vaccinated. Skip, it's really not a tough decision. And I get it. America, great. Freedom of choice, freedom of press, but that doesn't mean it's without freedom of consequences. Now, you have a choice. I choose not to get vaccinated, but what are the consequences? 15, 20 million? Simple as that. I'm not finna fall and go back and forth with Andrew Wiggins. You knew the rules. The NBA wants all its players to get vaccinated. But in Golden State, the Chase Building, also in Jersey, Brooklyn, Barclays Center, if you are unvaccinated, you are not allowed to enter the building if you play for them or you work in that building. It's as simple as that. Now, Kyrie now is the face because before it was 2 guys. It was Andrew Wiggins because he played for the Warriors. He was up under that umbrella. Now Kyrie plays for the Brooklyn Nets, Barclays Center. He's under the umbrella. So now Kyrie Irving is the face of this. Kyrie Irving has always been, since he's been in the NBA, and I know what I've been able to study about him, he's always been a go against the grain, a different...
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's square, and they're UFOs.
Yep.
So I'm going to see, we're going to find out just how devout he is in this. Now, I saw what Muhammad Ali did. He said, I go to jail, but I ain't going to fight no Viet Cong. I'm not going over there. And the Supreme Court intervened. Well, unless Kyrie Irving gets the Supreme Court to intervene, I don't see how he gets around this, Skip. And so we're about to find out, Kyrie Irving, do you really, really believe this, or are you grandstanding? Choice is yours, bro. Your choice. I'm just glad there are not more people like Kyrie. Because just imagine, Skip, if everybody did everything that was always in just their best interest, wasn't in the best interest of anyone else but themselves.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes I think we're like that in America anyway, Skip, given how dire things look at sometimes.
Yep.
But for the most part, I like to think that we do things in the betterment.
Yep. Because
the vaccine is not only for you, it's for those around you. You're protecting people around you. Kyrie just had a newborn recently. How much you want to bet they get vaccinated? He got vaccinated. The baby got vaccinated. Can't have it both ways.
No.
And people talk about, well, mandate, Skip, mandates have been for the vaccine. Skip, has been, you got them, I got them. They're still required. Sometimes I think, Skip, I remember when vaccinations wasn't political. And sometimes I think this is what this has become. This is what this is, Skip, because they've always had measles and chicken and rubella and pertussis. They've always had those, Skip.
I mean, you didn't have a choice. When you were born, you just took them because that's what our society had deemed was the best for our society.
You didn't have to take them, but you wasn't going to school without them.
You weren't going to school.
You get homeschooled,
Yep.
So Kyrie, you can just play on. Now, the Brooklyn Nets going to have to make a decision, Skip.
Yep.
Really, it's them. Because I believe they want to put a max guarantee on the table, but there's no way. I don't believe Brooklyn Nets is going to give him a max guarantee, Skip,
Yeah.
if he can only play 41 games a season. And then if they make the playoffs, which I believe they will, even with James Harden and just KD, they're a playoff team. They're a 1-2 seed, even with just those 2 guys. And then now I don't get him for the home playoff games.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense. So at some point in time, guess what? We're going to give you all the privacy you want. But I guarantee if Kyrie played in that building, guess what? All Kyrie did was just filibuster. Because he's going to get that vaccine or he's not playing. It's really that simple.
It is that simple. All right. I hugely appreciate every word you just uttered. I'm going to start with Andrew Wiggins. Have a lot of respect for him. Bright young man. But I think he's misguided in his thinking. That's just me.
Yeah.
I think you believe the same thing.
I do.
So he is now saying he was forced to get vaccinated.
No, it wasn't.
He was not forced to. This is still the land of the free. This is not a fascist state. If he really, really wanted to, he could have gone home.
Thank you.
He said nobody else in his family is vaccinated because his family does not believe in vaccinations. Fine. You have a choice. You can go home. You can leave all that money on the table. He'd be scheduled to make $32 million this year. He's made in his career $106 million.
Yeah.
But he said he chose to go ahead and accept the vaccination because he wanted to continue to create generational wealth for his kids, and he has 2 and would like to have another. Okay, great. But the choice is yours. You still have a born in the USA choice here to make, right?
Correct.
So he goes on to say, I guess you don't own your body anymore in this society. If you want to work in this society, I guess they made the rules of what goes in your body and what you do. Well, that's not exactly so. You're choosing to work for a league that is clearly the entertainment business. You were born with a gift and you worked hard to maximize
Cultivated
your gift.
and
Yes. But you were born with a gift that many people will pay lots of money to watch you perform with because they couldn't do it. And they're in awe of your gift. So because of that, you can make lots of money. You can make $32 million this year, but you have to work within the confines of the structure of the league.
Right.
And the league is now under grave threat from various strains of COVID now. Delta, whatever the new strains are, and they're probably going to be more.
And they're mutating by the second.
By the second, they're mutating, and they are a threat to your workplace because at any moment you could have an outbreak that could derail the Golden State Warriors, right? It's the product they're trying to protect. They're obviously trying to protect you, but way beyond you, it's the product of professional basketball. The National Basketball Association is just trying to stay in business because it's not that easy right now.
No.
We keep seeing one after another in the NFL because they're not in the bubble situation they were a year ago. We see every week 3 or 4 players for each team, coaches, entire coaching staffs are derailed. They're out because of COVID. So the NBA is saying, well, we know our best way to stay afloat, to stay in business, where we can actually have fans in the stands, is we have to have COVID protocols that require you to be vaccinated. Correct?
Yes.
So it's way beyond being forced to. It's your workplace. I'll take it back to our workplace. As yet, we don't have an absolute mandate here at Fox, but I do know for sure that some people around us have not been vaccinated. And it makes me uncomfortable only because, as I've told you before, I just want to win. I just want our product, so to speak, to stay afloat here.
Right.
I don't want to get COVID. I don't want you to get COVID so that we can have our show, right?
Right.
And the best way to ensure that we don't get COVID and we don't get derailed is for us to be vaccinated. So I got vaccinated as soon as my time came.
Right.
You did, right on schedule. And hopefully, I'm going to knock on wood, we can avoid.
Correct.
And so far, so good. But we're still under mask mandate in the hallways here. You wear a mask in the morning. I wear a mask all the way up to the studio. And we randomly still, if you can now choose to get tested, but I do at least once a week just to make sure everything's okay.
Right.
So that's our little world here. Well, this is a much bigger world. And yet, Andrew Wiggins is convinced that he's saying that I'm just hoping that 10 years from now I'm going to be okay, because he's saying that he's hearing that a lot of people have first body aches and chills from the back. He took the one-shot Johnson & Johnson. We each took
Pfizer. I took Pfizer.
And I took Moderna 2 shots. Okay. But I don't know. I didn't even ask you. Did you have any reaction at all?
I was just tired. The second shot made me lethargic. I was tired. I got it on a Thursday. Went home after the show on Friday, slept for a couple of hours, and then I was fine.
Okay. I didn't have any reaction. I've had friends who, like you, had some maybe overnight reaction, a body ache, chill. But the point is that he's saying Andrew Wiggins is convinced that maybe in 10 years he's going to pay for this.
Right.
Like something got put into me that will hurt me or harm me. Or
when you get the wrong kind of COVID, guess what? You won't make it to 10 years.
Thank you.
And you won't feel no pain.
And there are theories out there, and you can dismiss them as conspiracy theories. It can hinder your ability to reproduce. I think that's concerning to him.
Right.
There are all kinds of, the internet is just a wildfire of all the conspiracy theories.
And he's reading the internet. Go tell your doctor.